Hello lovely people, welcome back to another book chat. Okay, so obviously I'm not in front of my bookshelves, which is quite a shock for a book chat, but I thought this week I might show you where I write, and also some of the books that I use as references when I am writing, because I did have someone ask me the other day. It was in the it was regarding the short story that was in last month's newsletter, and if you're not signed up for the newsletter, obviously if you go and sign up on my website, there's a sign up form on every page. You will be able to get the free short stories which don't appear on the blog, extra ones which you can download and keep. It's all very exciting. But anyway, it was about a creature called a thrumming cat. So I thought I would show you some of the books I used to come up with the more obscure creatures, because while I tend to mess around with exactly the specifics of the creatures, I often get the ideas from these books. But anyway, I will show you my office, which is actually the spare room. That is where little fairy Muse likes to sleep, in among those cushions at the moment. She is currently sleeping in her morning spot, which is the sofa. And let me turn around, hopefully nobody's getting seasick. And there is my little desk, which is also where little fairy Muse likes to sit, preferably on top of the keyboard or the laptop. And I like to do most of my writing using that external keyboard and a little tablet, because then I'm less likely to get distracted by Twitter, although it does still happen. Okay, so obviously I have a little pile of books here, and I'll turn you around again. Oh, it's very complicated, this new camera. So, about my favourite Christmas present, to be honest. I did not realise how much I would use this until I actually got hold of it. Obviously I do have the app, the Oxford English Dictionary app on my phone, and I do look up words online, but having an actual physical dictionary is awesome, and I can throw it at anyone if they come in, you know, if they disturb me. Yes, never mind. Right, so I have that. Other book that gets used quite frequently is the baby name book, because I have the memory of a goldfish, and I find I regularly use the same names for characters, and normally sort of a year or so apart, and then I'll go back to a short story and I'm like, oh no, you can't be called Alice because I have an Alice. So I find that exceptionally handy. Okay, let me just turn you around again. And as you can see, just there I have a little pile of craft books, which I love, and a dragon painting, obviously. And the other two, and I can't remember if I've done a video on these before or not, I'll have to have a look. But I've definitely talked about them in an article, but I shall link to it below. These are awesome. These are both by Carol Rose. Okay, so you've got giants, monsters and dragons, spirits, fairies, leprechauns and goblins. And these are set up like an encyclopedia, as it says. Everything is alphabetical. And what is the best bit is you can go to the back and it will say something like household spirits or creatures associated with households. So you can look it up, you can see what country they come from, and from there you can, it gives you a starting point. Like I say, I tend to mess around with them a little bit and change them, so they're never quite the way that they are in the books, or as the way they traditionally are in folklore, but you know, creatures develop, don't they? So those are my main ones. I also have a dictionary of Celtic mythology here, which so far I haven't used an awful lot. I did use it for one of my previous books, ones I was working on for middle grade readers, which have sort of been set aside for now, and I'm hopefully going to go back to it at some stage. And that was really good as well for that. But not for me, not quite as useful as these ones, because it gives you all sorts of obscure creatures from all around the world. And yes, I would absolutely recommend those if you're into using sort of folklore animals. And I think that's all the exciting things. I have my diary, which I thought was going to be really amazing. I was going to not have anything else anywhere, because this is a brilliant author's journal. It's got places for absolutely everything in it, story ideas and editing checklists and all that sort of thing. That is it. If you are interested, you might remember I posted about that a while ago. And it's brilliant. But me being me, I have ended up tearing pages out so that I could stick them on the wall. I still have another notebook on the go. There's another one underneath here. And as you can see, I'm single-handedly supporting post-it industry. I assume there's a post-it industry. But yes, so there we go. That is a little look at where I write and the various things which I can't do without, which is basically dictionary, names, and folklore creatures. And yes, that is about it. So I would love to see, or in the notes, let me know what sort of books you can't do without, whether that's for just as a general reference, whether it's for writing, whether it's for whatever other creative sort of pursuits that you do, painting or crocheting or anything like that. And yeah, I think that's about it for today. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.